In certain young people today, like these two from my workshop, I notice what I find increasingly troubling: a cold blooded grasping, a hunger to take and take and take, but never give, a massive sense of entitlement, an inability to show gratitude, an ease with dishonesty and pretension and selfishness that is couched in the language of self care, an expectation always to be helped and rewarded no matter whether deserving or not. Language that is slick and sleek, but with little emotional intelligence. An astonishing level of self absorption. An unrealistic expectation of puritanism from others. An overinflated sense of ability or of talent where there's any at all. And an inability to apologize truly and fully without justifications. A passionate performance of virtue that is well executed in the public space of Twitter, but not in the intimate space of friendship. I find it obscene. There are many social media savvy people who are choking on sanctimony and lacking in compassion, who can fluidly pontificate on Twitter about kindness, but are unable to actually show kindness. People whose social media lives are case studies in emotional aridity. People for whom friendship and its expectations of loyalty and compassion and support no longer matter. People who claim to love literature, the messy stories of our humanity, but are monomaniacally obsessed with whatever is the prevailing ideology of orthodoxy. People who demand you denounce your friends for flimsy reasons in order to remain a member of the chosen Puritan class. People who ask you to educate yourself while not having actually read any books themselves, while not being able to intelligently defend their own ideological positions, because by educate, they actually mean parrot what I say and flatten all nuance, wish away complexity. People who do not recognize that what they call a sophisticated take is really a simplistic mix of abstraction and orthodoxy. Sophistication in this case being a showing off of how au fait they are on the current version of ideological orthodoxy. People who wield the words violence and weaponize like tarnished pitchforks, people who depend on obfuscation, who have no compassion for anybody genuinely curious or confused. Ask them a question and you are told the answer is to repeat a mantra. Ask again for clarity, and be accused of violence. How ironic, speaking of violence, that it is one of these two people who encourage Twitter followers to pick up machetes and attack me. And so we have a generation of young people on social media so terrified of having the wrong opinions that they have robbed themselves of the opportunity to think, to learn, and to grow. I have spoken to young people who tell me they are terrified to tweet anything, that they read and reread their tweets because they fear they will be attacked by their own. The assumption of good faith is dead. What matters is not the goodness, but the appearance of goodness. We are no longer human beings. We are now angels, jostling to out-angel one another. God help us. It is obscene.